My name is Maddison, and I'm the Tour and Volunteer Coordinator here at the Springville Museum of Art, and I'm here with one of our awesome docents, Michelle. She is one of our formal tour guides here at the museum. She's going to be helping me as we talk about inquiry-based tours today. Inquiry-based tours are the way we run tours here at the museum. They're a matter of asking questions, digging deeper about a piece more than just sharing facts. So we're just going to have a little conversation about that so that you can see how to run an inquiry-based tour as you're working with your group. So Michelle, how do we lead inquiry-based tours?
So it's really important to have well-crafted questions because those questions will open up a dialogue and a discussion with your group. And a well-crafted question is not a yes or no, it doesn't require a yes or no answer. It's open-ended. So examples of that would be, how does this piece make you feel? Or what do you think about this piece? Or what's the focal point of this piece? So then the group is encouraged to just express their perspective and how they connect with it.
Okay, and you talked about crafting questions. How does one do that? That seems like a really formal term and kind of hard to do, but what does crafting questions mean as someone who would be starting out with a tour?
So I would sit down and actually write some open-ended questions out and just have a few that you use all the time. And again, it will create an open and a safe environment where people want to talk about how they're connecting with the piece.
So you said open-ended questions. These help with the discussions. Why do we avoid yes or no questions?
Because it will immediately just cut off the discussion. People will not want to talk. They'll be closed off. And this way, with an open-ended question, they're really expressing maybe what they're thinking or what they're feeling.
So these kind of questions take practice but become probably a little bit more natural as you're doing them, right?
You'll immediately go to that type of question rather than a question that requires a yes or no.
Okay, makes sense. And why is it important that we ask people what they're thinking and feeling?
Well, everyone learns in a different way, and everyone sees something in a different way or feels differently. And so we want to invite all different perspectives in the group. So some people may think about something, they may feel strongly about a piece rather than think about a piece.
Makes sense. So as we're working with these groups and wanting them to make connections with pieces, some people connect either with their head and thinking, and others connect more with like their heart and feeling pieces. So as we ask those two, we're connecting with everyone and they're having the opportunity to connect with the pieces of art. Is that basically what you're saying?
Right. Yep.
Okay, awesome. And then you said yes or no. Those just kind of cut off the conversation, which is hard because yes or no questions seem really easy to do. So it's just a matter of practicing crafting these questions, right?
Practice, yep.
Yeah.
Until you're comfortable.
Yeah, and you're not like an art expert, right? So how do you feel when you lead tours?
I'm not an artist or an art historian. It's really just about getting the group to open up and express how they feel or think. And that gives them the confidence to be able to go maybe to another museum and have a discussion about artwork.
Which is really awesome to be able to move from place to place. And what we do here is creating those personal connections. We have the labels that are next to the pieces that give just enough facts for someone to be able to share, but it's about the dialogue and the conversation and creating that safe space for people who aren't art experts to feel like they can talk about art, right?
And some of those labels will even have questions, open-ended questions that you can add to your list that will help you with that specific piece.
So just taking time to prepare beforehand, coming up with some questions, and then just working with the dynamic of the group all makes a huge difference when leading a tour.
Yeah, it's really important to listen to their responses because then your next question may change depending on what they say. Yeah, so actively listening is important.
Awesome. So that flexibility, actively listening, and those open-ended questions, crafting those to make a good tour for connections to be made with everyone in the group, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Sounds easy to me. Thanks so much.